Hey y'all, welcome back to Leslie's Mature Makeup and Beauty. Today I thought we'd do a little silvery holiday look. I went ahead and put on my eye primer and I used the NYX Ultimate Shadow and Liner Primer. And for my face I used this e.l.f. poreless putty primer, but it had been a while since I used it. I remember now why I don't feel like it does much for my pores, but either way, we're going to get started with our eyes like usual. And I thought we would do something kind of silvery, so I'm going to use my Stone Cold Fox palette from Colourpop. And I'm going to kind of focus on this silvery row here. The light's kind of reflecting, but there's a really pretty silver shimmer shade that I want to use. But to start, I'm going to take this kind of light beige luxe color and just put that all over the lid just to set us down a little bit of a base. And you know, when I tap my brushes, I always tap, on my hand, so you won't hear it, but I am doing it. It's a little brighter than I thought it would be. And I'm going to take that all the way up to my brow. And I'm just using kind of a fluffy lid shader brush here. How's everybody's weekend going so far? I have not officially arrived at the weekend yet, but this will go up on Sunday, so. Then I'm going to take my little fluffy crease brush. And I think I'm going to go in with You Rock, which is kind of a silvery gray. Going to pick up a little bit of that on my little fluffy crease brush and start placing that right above my natural crease. And just like usual, I'm looking straight ahead into my mirror to check my placement. With hooded eyes, we need to look straight ahead so we can see what's going to be seen when we're just kind of in normal conversation. This is one of my favorite palettes that I picked up this year. I don't think it was new this year, but I love cool toned eyeshadows, and this is a palette full of cool tones. I've always loved grays and silvers. The early 2000s were the time of the frosty silver eyes. I think I'm going to leave that there for now. And then I'm going to take my little detail fluffy brush and I'm going to go into Rumor Mill right here, which it's kind of hard to see, but it's kind of a darker gray. The colors don't seem to be coming off quite like they look in the palette. And I'm just going to start packing that on right out here in the outer corner. Has everybody got their holiday shopping done? We are almost done. I've got a few things that are stuck in the FedEx vortex. They almost made it, and now they've taken a trip to Mississippi. which is not on the way to me from where they were. As far as delivery service goes, I really prefer UPS or just even the post office. Does a better job than FedEx in my area. I don't know how FedEx does in the rest of the world, but here there's a couple of places. There's one spot here in Alabama that your package goes to kind of die, and then there's a spot in Georgia that it will sometimes get stuck in. Or maybe, they'll go from Georgia to Tennessee and back to Georgia and then maybe down here to Alabama. And I'm just slowly building that shade up in the outer corner there. I think I want to take that just a fuzz further. And I'm going to take my big fluffy blending brush, or just a big fluffy brush, and just kind of soften those edges a little bit. We won't be able to go outside today like we normally do. The weather is a little yucky. Won't be long till we be talking about New Year's. Now I'm going to go in with this beautiful silver magnetic moon. And I'm going to start with a little flat brush, and then if it doesn't give me what I want, I'll just use my pinky finger. I'm just going to kind of pat. I like to do a little pat and sweep. That is a really pretty shade. But y'all know I love some shimmer. That's actually pretty intense just with the brush. I think I like that. Now I'm going to take my little tiny brush that I did work on my outside corner with and just kind of feather those edges together. And once we get the rest of our face on, I may deepen up that outside corner just a little bit. And I may take just a little bit more of that U Rock shade that we started with in our transition area. And just add a little bit more of that up here. I feel like I kind of lost it. Yeah, we'll leave that there for now. And for foundation, I'm going to go in with one of my favorites that I know will last all day or all night. It's my CoverGirl Outlast 3-in-1 Extreme Wear. Just giving it a little shake. And I have the shade 842 Medium Beige. Hopefully this will still work for me. I'm just going to put one pump out on my little palette here. Make sure I don't have any shimmer on my hands. Seems like anytime I play with shimmer, somehow I have it all over me. But you know, that's just kind of how glitter and shimmer is. It's definitely like the herpes of craft supplies and makeup. Once you get it, it's there forever. Just going to dot this around. I don't know what it is, CoverGirl and their foundations always kind of have a strong smell, and I'm just going to go in with my Stands Out sponge. It's clean, it's just stained up. Just start pressing that in. And I think for bronzer today, I'm going to go in with the Benefit Hoola. You know, I picked this up during Ulta's like 21 Days of Beauty. I really wish they would do something not in a box, because it's kind of hard to get your brushes down in there. Because I like a fluffier brush for my bronzer. I'm going to use my e.l.f. complexion brush, but you can see the size, you know, it's just kind of hard to get down in there. But I think this is a really pretty bronzer. I like the tone of it for my skin tone. It's almost got like a little bit of a reddish undertone, I feel like. I apologize if y'all can hear my washing machine running. My husband just came in from work a little bit ago, and usually on Fridays he goes ahead and throws his work clothes in the wash when he comes in and takes them off, which I greatly appreciate. A little under the neck. And then for blush, I've got a little sampler that I got from a whole sampler. It's a little mini, one of the Tarte Amazonian clay blushes, and this is in the shade Party Dress. Kind of a deeper pinky rosy type tone, but I wore this the other day and I liked it. And these blushes are super pigmented, and they do last well pretty much all day. I was tempted to pick up that little holiday set that they had that had, let's say it was 5, like maybe 4 blushes and a highlighter, because I have a blush obsession. I haven't done it yet, but y'all know I like a little on the forehead and the chin. It's just such a pretty color. And it is matte, so it kind of gives us a little bit of a blurred effect. Yeah, I think I need to pick up a lighter shade of my favorite foundation. And now that we've got both of those on, I'm just going to kind of tap around the edges with my sponge, just to kind of make sure everything is pressed and blended and not too heavy looking. I think I may go back in the outer corner with a little bit of that deeper shade now that we've got some cheeks on with that Rumor Mill shade. Same little tiny brush. and just bring back a little of that depth out there. Just kind of giving it a little flick up for that kind of lifted shape. And I think I will take just a teensy bit of concealer out there on that outer corner just to clean that up a little bit. Since I've got all my foundation on, I don't really want to use a wet wipe or a makeup wipe, but I want to clean that up just a little bit. So I'm going to take my Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear, and I think I have Ivory Cool, and you know this is the one where the doe foot's way too big. And I am going to take just a little bit in that inner cavern, and just the tiniest little dot out there. Then I'm going to take my concealer brush and just kind of start working that in. I've still been trying to get my hands on that new NYX concealer, but all the lighter shades keep being sold out. And when I was in store the other day, like in my local Walmart, I didn't see it. Just kind of patting the edges of that eyeshadow just to, so it's not so harsh. Let's put on a little mascara, and then we'll do something with these brows. And for mascara, I'm just going to use my Maybelline Lash Sensational because that's my favorite. And I feel like if you're getting ready to go out somewhere, you should use all your favorite things. Or I like to. Just combing through my lashes with my little Real Techniques lash comb. They tend to get a little tangly. I think I may take just what's left on my brush before I do any lower lash mascara on my the deeper color that I used in the outer corner. And just what's left on there. Just right kind of on that outer third. And just a little bit of lower lash mascara. I don't like to put too much on my lower lashes. I feel like it, mascara wise, I can end up with it everywhere. I just love that mascara. And then for brows, looking for my little spoolie. I'm going to comb them up, and then I'm going to use a little bit of this Ulta Beauty tinted brow gel. I did place an order with e.l.f. I had a bunch of points. Like if you order from their website, you can join their, I want to say they call it their beauty squad or something. And you can earn points, and I had enough points to get like $10 off an order. And they have a new, I want to say they call it a brow lift. It's like a brow gel, but it's my understanding you don't have to wet it or anything. And then they have some glossy lip stains and some, I think they were like triangle shaped lip liners. Well, I am just making a hot mess. So hopefully it won't take too long for that stuff to get to me and we can try it out. I actually think I may have to actually like trim the length of my brows since I've been using that Grande Brow Serum. Because they've filled in some, but they also seem to be growing longer. Which I'm not mad about. Been liking this tinted brow gel from Ulta, which my brows need to be plucked a little bit, but it does give a little bit of hold, and of course this one's tinted, so it does give a little bit of color as well. And it seems like I may have said this before, but it seems like it gives a little bit more hold than the Essence, is it Make Me Brow that they've got? We'll go ahead and get that floofing. And then for lips, I thought we would do something kind of berry reddish. So I've got this Revlon lip liner in the shade. So they're a longwear lip liner in wine. And then I have this little Bareminerals Bare Pro. It's some kind of a matte lipstick in the shade raspberry. So I thought we would do that for a little bit of a deeper lip. And these Revlon lip liners I want to say I've got a couple of different shades, but they hang on. And I always do a lip liner no matter what, but especially I think if you're going to wear a deeper lip color, I think a lip liner helps keep everything looking sharp and not bleeding out into, if you have horizontal lines or wrinkles or vertical. And I'm going to go ahead and fill in my entire lip. And if you make a mess with this stuff, you do want to go ahead and clean it up ASAP, because once this dries down, it doesn't really want to go anywhere. And then I'm going to go over that with the Bareminerals and raspberry. I'm going to do the old finger trick that gets the stuff that's could possibly have gotten onto your teeth, gets it off on your hands. And of course, y'all know I like a glossy lip, so I'm going to take just a little bit of clear lip gloss and dab just kind of in the center. And I'm going to use the, I guess I won't use that. I couldn't link that the other day, the Essence Shine Shine Shine. So I'm going to use my Maybelline Lifter Gloss, and it's just a clear one. It's pearl. I love these lifter glosses. These are a great gloss. And I'm just taking it from the applicator and putting on my fingers so that I don't get color. All in my clear gloss. But these glosses are so good. You know, for me, they leave my lips feeling hydrated even after, like, the glossiness has worn off, which they've got hyaluronic acid in them, but I think they're a really nice gloss, especially for the price. But that is our shiny, silvery holiday look. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope y'all have a great, this should go up on Sunday, so I hope y'all have a great week. I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see y'all in my next one. Bye, y'all.